Okay, I'm going to try to explain this. I just started messing with this today. It's a cheap app for the iPad. The story behind it is I metal detect. What I look for is old home sites that are just in the middle of a field. Um, that way, a lot less trashy, because anybody with any common sense has hit the nice old places, but I still go to those. But here's an overlay. This is a 1905 topographical map, and I've got it overlaid with Google Maps. Check this out. For those of you in Oklahoma, I'm posting this to the Oklahoma Historical Society. What this is the Graham home. One of these two right here. I don't know what this little path going through here is. This little house up here. Now that's the kind of stuff that, this little one right here, that's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. Watch when you change the overlay. Now the roads, as you can see right here, they don't exactly match up, and that's kind of tough depending on the creator of the map. But I believe this little spot, the one on top, to have been the spring house. This is just something to mess with. I believe there was an old cabin back here at one time, but in 1905 it must have been gone. But now let me go show you what the name of the apps are, and I'll also show you how to do it. The name of the app, Superimpose, 99 cents. Google Earth, free. So you bring it up, hit the home button. You can choose your background from your camera roll, and I choose topographical. Hit choose. Hit this one again. Pick your foreground. I'm going to choose the Google Earth. Go down here to the bottom. Transform. That's where you can change where you can see the different maps. Now granted, this topographical map is greatly zoomed in to get the because if you do it too big, the creator of the map could have been off a little bit, because I matched it up over to this side with Applegate and where it hits Smyrna, and it gets a little off, so you kind of got to zoom in. But like I said, these are the kind of little spots up here that I'm looking for that are different. So what you do is you go, you can turn it, you can adjust it, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and then you can always switch back and forth between your two maps. And once you get them lined up, it'll give you some spots for some old homesteads. So let me see if I can bring up another one. You can merge the maps if you choose to. Let me see if I can pick another background. Alright, there you go. There's the same area. This would be Applegate. This would be Smyrna now. This would be Applegate again. Coming over, hitting Rob's Lane. There's the old Rob's house, and from what I've read, there was a house across the street. This is the area that we were just looking at. See, another good one. Another good old homestead was out here. Now these black dots denote structures. So, just something to play with. Then as you can see, Old Shep actually tied into Cooper Chapel at one time. Cooper Chapel normally runs across here now, and that would probably be the Cooper Chapel Church. But right by the the place where they sell flowers, there's a creek, and that comes out on Preston. There's a big Methodist church right here. So, I mean, just something to play with, and there's people out there smarter than me. And like I said, I'm into metal detecting. That's why I do this. That's why I research a lot of the history. But just a little tip for you guys, and kind of how I just recently figured out how to find some spots. I hope it's useful. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. Let's say you find this. This is on the web right here. This particular map. You can zoom in, and it's a pretty good clear map. There happens to be Bardstown Road or whatever. You got to go through and figure out, what your streets are, because on the topographical maps they're not labeled. So, you just judge, Butyl, Petersburg, Newburgh Road's that one is labeled. That was a main road hitting Old Shep at one time, so you kind of get your bearings. And the way you get the map to import is by hitting the home button and the button up here on the top of the iPhone or iPad at the same time. I can't do it holding the camera, but you hit those both at the same time. What it does, it gives you a snapshot of the screen. Then you go to Google Earth, you do the same thing, and that's how you get your maps to overlay. So I forgot to put that in the first one. And if there's any questions, just ask. It's not very hard if I figured it out. So good luck.